It's time for the shop report with
Barbershop Jay.
What up, sports fans? Welcome to the Shop Report. I'm Barbershop Jay. I'll be your host for the day. Here's what's happening. As always, we want to remind you the Shop Report is brought to you by Rocket Digital Media. It's the one-stop shop for all your digital marketing needs. You can look them up on Facebook at RDM Detroit. Cut it out. Or you can slide on over to the website, rocketdigital.net. That's ROCKIT, digital.net. Make sure when you're there, while you're there, you tell them to be as Jason. For my folk out there in TV land, if you want to leave your questions or comments during today's program, by all means, please do so, and we'll throw it up on the screen. With that, and let me remind you as well, any indignant or ignorant comments, those will not be shown. And with that being said, joining me on the program today is my cat from the NYC, a.k.a. Rucker Park.
Hey.
Yes, sir. Brother Rich, what is the deal?
Well, the deal is, I know you're angry, and what you really mean is don't send any negative comments about the Dallas Cowboys or they won't be shown on the screen. We understand that. So, absent that, is always an honor to be on the program with you, sir.
Oh, okay. So in other words, you just got to get a button. We ain't even 2 minutes in. And on the other side of the ledger, or should I say pine, my man from up north, Joey James, a.k.a. Double.
Look at that. Did you look at that?
That's it. That's
we're going all in. There it is. There it is.
Oh wow, yeah, absolutely.
As they say,
Hell no.
Yeah, and in the bottom right corner, probably your left, the world's number one, well, my arch nemesis, the world's number one antagonist. Yeah, TJ, aka speaker for I don't know, but yeah, Shadow Man.
Let's go. Hey,
What
you know what I'm listening to?
What?
Everybody from the 313, put your hands up. Hey, Doc, what you know about that? That's Matt Stafford right now.
For that.
And then last but not least, we got my man Jay Wilkerson, aka Dizoc.
What's poppin'?
What it do, baby?
You know.
Yeah. Everybody good? All right, well, let's jump right into it, okay? And Super Bowl 56 is in the books. Double J, what say you about the outcome?
Well, the outcome's always income, right? And that's a good thing for the league. For as mild of a game as many would kind of say. I said paltry. Yeah. Fact of the matter is the league showed who they really were wanting at the end, and I think that moral victory for the city of Detroit also, not just during the halftime show. So you've seen the connections there all along. So congratulations to, I can't call him Stat Patford anymore, but Matt Stafford.
Absolutely not.
And of course, I think it's going to be a very dismal Rams team for years to come, because I think a lot of them are going to set sails after this.
Yeah, well, you can't keep everybody forever. You know what I mean? What goes up kind of thing must go down. Joe Burrow might get back there, and then again, he might not. I mean, see Dan Marino. Doc, what say you? Super Bowl 56 is in the books. What say you about the outcome?
Odell Beckham Jr. don't get hurt. It's a blowout.
I don't know about that.
I think so, man.
I don't know.
They couldn't guard Odell and Cooper Kupp. Like, I'm sorry. They would have been a lot easier on offense had those two been on the opposite ends of the field. I don't think it would have been that hard of a game.
Well, that's how it started out.
Yeah, that's how it started out.
You know what I mean? But then the game went lightweight into kind of a lull. Even when before Odell got I don't know, what did he do? Hurt? Yeah, before he got hurt, whatever case may be. TJ, what say you? Super Bowl 56?
Nah,
what say you about the outcome?
Double J. You said something about the league. Why you say the league made them win? Like I didn't see but one pass interference call all game.
Well,
I'm asking Double J.
Okay,
that final series that they took the lead on.
That's what I was going to
say. There
too.
were multiple flags that had taken place. Then, of course, we're going to disregard the face mask. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt that they didn't see it, right?
From that angle, he couldn't see it.
Replays.
Yeah, hold on. But yeah, you said from that angle. But here's the deal. The thing that got me, and I have yet to see, I haven't seen all the cases, but I have yet to see a case where this, what I'm getting ready to mention, happened, and they didn't catch it. He didn't just grab the face mask. They always talk about turning of the head. He turned his head completely. Thank you, Mr. Bradley Layton. Thank you very much.
Yep,
yeah, it was a face mask.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the league didn't interfere with this game in no form or fashion to me. Like, they did a good job. Man, no, they didn't, bro. They didn't do nothing to this game. It's no controversial call. Where?
That last series,
hold on. Hold up. Yeah, the last series in particular. But here's the deal. Up until that point, the Bengals had only been flagged twice throughout the whole game. One for that one guy coming on the field in his underwear, and then for the other guy throwing a punch half open hand or whatever it is on that skirmish they had over there with Aaron Donald. You mean to tell me that throughout the whole game, and then I heard one of the announcers mention how these refs let them play and all of those kind of shit, and then
they did.
Yeah, until the end.
Until then.
Well, that's what listen.
That was a mild call.
Hey, knees weak, palms are sweaty, vomit on the shirt, mom spaghetti. Hey, listen, I got a lot of those for y'all tonight. But listen,
ain't nobody got time for that.
They get a lot. They get a little sweaty. It's sweaty palms time, man.
Yeah, Mr. Layton, because this guy's a funny guy. Yeah,
no, he's really laughing. He's not doing what you're doing. He's really laughing.
He's not laughing. He's not laughing with you.
And Doc, to you, what you said, Doc. I agree. I don't know if I agree. I know it'd be different because if Odell was still in, I think they would have kept scoring. But then again, with him being out, I think that put like a big emphasis on them adjusting their defense. Like they had to really step it up, and they started sending them linemen. I don't know what it's called when they go around the middle, but
yeah, it's a stunt. It's called a stunt.
Yeah, they started stunting them linemen. It was that's
but what led to that though? For maybe the second quarter and the third, for large portions of that game defensively, and then again, this is just me, my observation. Who's the Rams defensive coordinator? Raheem Morris. He wasn't putting nobody over the center, and it was allowing the Bengals center to help on the double team with Aaron Donald.
Aaron Donald. But listen, you said what led to that.
In the middle, when he starts sending somebody putting a defender over the center, Aaron Donald had his one-on-ones.
You said what led to that. Hey, guess what? When Aaron Donald pushed their quarterback out of bounds and somebody mugged him in the face and was holding his face. After that, it seemed like that's when the momentum started swinging for their defense.
I don't know. The game had too many lulls in it.
And he showed you he clearly the best defender in the league. It's no question.
Oh well, nobody's questioning he's the best defender in the league. It'd be the all-time talk. Brother Rich, Super Bowl 56 is in the books, man. What say you about the outcome? Seeing how you had so fast, so high. I'm sorry about that. What'd you say?
I think we all saw what the NFL have told us many years at many Super Bowls. Defense wins championships. It's proven again.
Yeah,
that was not the most exciting game offensively. Neither side did much good. I know there's some Matt Stafford, Stat Patford fans here on this program, but nevertheless, he was.
Hell no!
He just did enough. He did enough to get his team into position. But this was a defense that won the game. Aaron Donald was clearly, if you didn't know who he was, you knew he was on the field, and you knew he performed above and beyond anybody else that was surrounding him. And at the end of the day, that's what ultimately won the game. I too thought that there was some really suspicious calls towards the last part of the game, but nevertheless, they did win. The defense did show up, and they ultimately made the moves and made the plays when Cincinnati had the ball and a chance to do something. defense did win the game. So let's credit the Rams for doing what they did and winning a title and being successful after a long, hard year. But nevertheless, I'm never going to let anybody tell me that Matt Stafford is the next Joe Montana. Some people on this P program believe.
All right, pool shoot riot. Okay, I like that. All right, game shouldn't be close if the refs didn't miss that offensive face mask on Ramsey. Yeah, that's what we said. What you say?
Yeah, that was literally 7 point swing.
Yeah, that would have been 7 points that weren't on the board.
Mr. Jose Alba. All right, Mr. Alba. I agree. The referees had no reason to call that many penalties, but hey, it's LA Showtime. They always get the calls. Oh, Mr. Alba.
Man, y'all is crazy if y'all think that them calls weren't legit. If y'all think them calls weren't legit, if it wasn't holding right there or passing,
listen, nobody
twice,
said
they held Cooper Kupp
twice
and passing the field 2 plays in a row.
No.
They got bailed out by the holding. Now y'all talking about they fishy, but they call holding too.
I'm talking about the
they
one
call
that
holding
got
on the
I'm
offense.
I'm talking about the first one that got him down inside
That's
the red
right.
zone. That's the
right.
one
Which
I'm talking
one?
about where Hendrickson or whatever the lineman. If you're looking at the screen, the lineman was on this
he
side.
held his jersey. That was holding. Like, come on.
I mean,
Come on, he was
man.
holding him while the ball was
You
coming.
can't
Come
hold his
on,
jersey.
bro. You can't do that.
That's
Was it
soft
holding?
contact.
Joey, was it holding?
No.
Did it interfere?
No.
Did it not?
His jersey.
Listen,
His jersey.
Joe, if he
You can't
don't
hold
do
nobody's
that,
jersey.
will he not catch that ball?
Yeah, he don't hold his jersey.
No,
against
the ball was swatted by the defender.
Yeah,
The second one, absolutely. Again, if you go apples to apples, first call versus second call, you can say, okay, the second one absolutely made sense. But if you don't call the first one, you don't get the second one.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, they both was penalties, so I don't. You can't
was
say they were
Holden
not.
Minstrel kept him held back for sure. Yeah, absolutely, man. Thank you. Mr. Layton on the call once again. I mean, you know,
it
at
might
the
have
end of
been
the
a
day,
small hole, but it was still a hole.
Yeah, like, and it's clutch time. You cannot. That's gonna be. They don't call that, and then they get turnover on downs. Next week, that's all we gonna see. Well, why they didn't call that? Everybody in the building seen it.
Well, I'll tell you what. So it's nothing that happens in the NFL that will make you think there was, stuff is suspect. Nothing.
Listen, I'm talking about that game right there.
Oh, okay.
That game right there,
That
I didn't
right
see
there
nothing
is like
fishy.
all the rest of them. Brother Rich, I done told you 1,000 times, man. No sporting event is completely left up to chance. I just found it, and I'm not saying that the calls were not legit calls. I just found it interesting that they called them at that time in the game. Because if you watched on a lot of the that's what's just odd to me. You watch a lot of the replays on certain plays. If you look at the other stuff going on in the field, like when the ball is snapped, there's a whole lot of stuff that they should have been calling that they didn't. So it's the timing. That's what it is. Timing is everything. And to make them calls at that time in the game, it just
they did their job right on time.
Yeah,
that's what I said.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah,
you mad because I picked the Rams defense and they won the Super Bowl. At
okay,
the end of the day, that's what it is.
First of all, why would I be mad at that?
Right. It will
you mad because I called it.
Why is that something for me to be mad at? Makeup call for Ramsey. Yeah.
It is though. They owed him one.
Okay, so then
call what it is. I'm okay with that.
Right. Thank you, Double J. If it's a makeup call, then that means what? The timing was suspect.
Yeah. That's all.
If it's a makeup call, come on,
so
man.
You saying they wouldn't have called that so they wouldn't have called that at the beginning of the game. That's what you're saying?
No. I'm talking about
so.
I'm talking about at the end of the game. If you agree that it was a makeup call,
I don't agree with that.
Okay. Well, if you don't agree, then that's fine. But if it
I do feel like they owed him a call, but I don't agree.
Okay, well then
makeup call.
Okay, well make up mine then. You do agree they owed him a call. What'd you owe him a call for if it was a clean game? Okay. Yeah, Pooty shoot. Well, I wonder what Godell and Wilson was talking about. That seemed weird. Yeah. They was talking about, we ain't going to Cleveland.
No, don't do that.
I ain't going to Cleveland.
Why do you pick every moment to dog the Browns? Well, tell me why.
Hey, man.
Because he's a Cowboys fan.
He took the concept of dog pound differently.
Hey,
you don't dog. Yeah, anyway.
It don't seem to me like it's a lot of love for OBJ on this program right now.
You crazy.
I did not like that.
Yeah, any other time
he did that.
I like OBJ.
Yeah, any other time is check the tape. I don't hear nothing.
Check the tape on this P program. When he came to Cleveland, we said on this P program, he was not going to be happy in Cleveland. It was not going to work.
Absolutely.
That's what we said. We did say that.
Right, absolutely. Okay. Right after y'all said the Kansas City Pittsburgh Browns. Anybody? You can't change the way you officiate the game in the final minutes. Oh, yeah. Shout out again. Yeah. I'm in agreement with that. I think we missed one more here. He said, who did you say 50 Cent went for $1?
Yeah, I was kind of worried for him there when blood was rushing to his head.
Yeah, they said somebody he looked like Zion.
You notice they had him sitting down after that?
Yeah, they better have. Hey, I'll say this too. No more Stat Pafford, or should I say no Stat Pafford no more? Absolutely. Yeah, you gotta get.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest. I think
you're gonna be what? Let me fix my glass. Fucking hear what you just said. You're gonna be what? What'd you say? You're gonna do what? Happened now?
I thought Odell would have won MVP if he don't get hurt, man. I ain't gonna lie.
No,
he was on pace to do his thing. He had a touchdown, at least 60 yards.
Yeah. Well,
I'll tell you what. After those bets went public that Drake made, you knew he was on a mission to make sure that he held up his end.
Yeah, well, Bradley Layton again. Kendrick came in the hardest. Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, Rams were originally from Cleveland. Yeah, absolutely, they were. They were called the Cleveland Rams, like in the I want to say 46, 47.
We don't want whoever posted that. We don't want no more victories. We cool. We some losers over here. We ain't tripping.
Oh, Brother Rich, where you at? Where you at?
That's terrible, brother. That's terrible.
Oh, okay. OBJ, Mr. Alva. Yeah, shout out again to Mr. Alva. Wow. Yeah, OBJ would be MVP. Oh, Mr. Alva, you can't come on. No, absolutely. And you can't come on here agreeing with TJ. Yeah, that's breaking news for real. I'm glad to see OBJ got him one. Here's the interesting thing. We'll go around the room. Do you think, TJ, the missed extra point at that time, did you think the missed extra point would come back and haunt the Rams?
I get it right, Grandpa. Would you? All right. Because you kept stuttering. Would you? Oh,
Pooh shoot right. So technically, Cleveland owns Cincinnati. Yeah, I guess you can say that too. Hey, absolutely. Yeah. Did you hear what I said, man?
Yeah, I didn't think it was that. I didn't think that was going to be too important in the game. To be honest.
Yeah. Okay. Doc, what about you? Did you think that missed extra point will come back and haunt the Rams?
Yeah, I did, because I knew it was going to be a close game. I'm like, what if it comes down to the last little minute and the difference is 2 to 3 points? Like, you missed that field goal, and now the difference is 2. But if you make it, it's 3. So they come down, they kick the field goal. We had overtime. You know what I mean? But field goal, you don't even have the opportunity for that.
Yeah, and I mean. That was just odd too. I mean, that dude been the place kicker all for 75 years, and all of a sudden on that particular one, he just couldn't get it to stand up.
He's nervous, man.
Are you suggesting that there was a prop bet that might have gotten to him?
No, I'm getting to that. Hold your horses, Double J, because I'm coming to that.
Oh,
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm coming to that. Brother Rich, do you think the missed extra point at that time would come back and haunt the Rams?
Absolutely, because in a game like that, we all saw how it was going. It was not that exciting. It looked like it could come down to ultimately the last play, the last possession. So absolutely, you thought that something like that could alter the game's last score. And then it's interesting that we're even leaning towards there being an ulterior motive for something like that. But we'll leave that alone.
Okay, then. Double J, what say you?
I thought it was awfully strange as well, and also was kicking myself for not taking that bet. Just for the record, $50 on Odell to be that first touchdown scorer was $4,000.
Whoa!
What? Yep.
Wow.
On FanDuel?
I believe it was DraftKings, but yeah. So I only know that because somebody in my fantasy group chat, they cashed out. So.
Wow, ain't that something?
I ain't gonna lie. I would have took that bet. I ain't gonna lie to you. $50, I would have made it $100.
You know what? Right quick. Yeah, Bradley Layton said, what? Yeah, I'm with you on that.
again, I found out after the fact. So,
and that laugh is not at you. That's just in agreement with you, so to speak. We're going to take a little quick break right quick. Not necessarily a commercial break, but I wanted to throw something out here at you, something a little new that we're trying to sit here and do. We're going to throw it out here and see if you folks kind of, how you all like it or don't like it. We'd like some feedback on it. We are or should I say, attempting to start adding actual barbershop features. So in other words, we're going to try to, each time we get here or come to the program or the studio, whatever it is, we're going to feature a particular barbershop. And I'd like to start the shop of the week, so to speak, off with today's cutting style. Absolutely, today's cutting style. Y'all see it up there, 2172 South Taylor Road, Cleveland Heights, Ohio, 44118. It is where I cut my teeth at. Just right quick, the guy you see in the bottom left with his hands out in the clippers, that's my cousin Dre. Shout out to DJ Dre. The young man in the chair is Boz. He owns a record shop here that a lot of famous
That ain't no young man.
Yeah, okay. Stop being disrespectful. Let me throw that back up there because I wanted to, see, TJ interrupting anyway. Let me throw this back up here. And to the picture on your right, starting from left to right, you see my cousin Dre, his mother, my mother's sister's DJ Dre Day. To his left is my cat Scott. Behind him, Dame. He's not here anymore. Dame is a barber, excellent barber out of North Carolina. To his left is a guy, Chuck. Chuck don't cut in the shop anymore, but he's an excellent barber as well. He used to, he bought a store next. He bought a store next to the shop that sells women's clothing. And let me throw that up here again. My gosh. Oh, hold on. We got a comment. Yeah, hold on, Double J. Let me throw that back up here.
Okay.
Yeah, let me throw that back up here. Sorry, I thought we was gonna have a little bit more than. We might have to make that next time, Double J, maybe like a minute. But anyway, to his left is a guy, twin, that cut in the shop, and the guy in the middle is Charles Conwell. He's a local kid here from Cleveland Heights, Ohio. Went to Cleveland Heights High, like Travis Kelce. He's a boxer. You all should look him up. This dude was in the Olympics. He lost, if I'm not mistaken, but unfortunately, one of the guys he fought ended up passing. I don't know if it was in the ring or after the fact. But this guy right here is cold, Mr. Charles Conwell. Shout out to today's cutting style, our shop feature of the week. Okay, TJ, I thought you might have something to say. You was over there. Woo, woo, woo. You need to lay off the sauce. Don't let the sauce be your boss.
Yeah, I'm telling my girl to send me another glass right now, man.
Okay, well, you might want to. Don't laugh at him, Double J.
I need that kind of service.
Right.
I'm watching the program.
Do you guys think that the refs were helping the Rams at the end to compensate the Miss Ramsey face mask call? Anybody want to tackle that one? Did you hear what he said?
Without a doubt.
No question. Yeah, no question. Absolutely, we do.
Yeah, they got to make up for that. That was clear.
Appreciate that, Mr. Alva. Appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? It was Mr. Alva weighing in on the shop feature. I appreciate that. He's saying it's nice. Yeah.
Actually, while we're on the plugging part of it, this Harmless Harvest is fire. For those anybody on that side listening, discounts would be nice.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
It's like $10 a bottle for this little thing.
Oh, so that's a leaf on the front of that. That's what'd you say? Hemp service? I'm sorry, harvest with what happened? Okay,
no, it's organic coconut water.
Oh, okay, that's okay. Wink, wink. Organic coconut water. I got you, buddy. Hey, Double J, we'll come to you.
It's amazing how they put organic on everything nowadays.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they do that at the post office too. Double J, how did T. Higgins get away?
That's what y'all call it when our mail is late. Organic is organically late.
Yeah. Even though we kind of sort of discussed it at the beginning, I still want to know from each one of you all. Double J, once again, we're coming to you. How did T. Higgins get away with pulling Ramsey's face mask and turning his head completely and it not be called? I mean, I've seen the refs, they usually call that kind of stuff. How did it not get called?
His body was shielding it. And the way when his head swung, his hands had already released. So it looked worse. Naturally, it always looks clear and obvious in slow motion. Okay. I still think full speed. I wondered what happened. I knew either there was a push off of some kind that just didn't make sense. I almost didn't think it was Ramsey at first that was, covering him to get that type of separation. Yeah, something something strange had to have happened. Either they got tangled up or whatnot. But once you slowed it down, it was very clear that that he yanked his whole head.
You, brother, what about you?
How
did they miss that?
I thought they were kind of like the post office with the mail. They were a little late. They were looking for it, but they couldn't.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
They were a little late.
Okay.
And the fact that the positioning really did allow him their bodies, and it happened so quickly that by the time the umpire called the play, it's already gone. It looks like he's just caught the ball and has shook him, and he looks like he just beat him on the play. If you look at it as it's happening organically, it looks like that. But we now know what happened later on.
That's a good question, Mr. Layton. I don't know. Did they take out the silent calls?
No, they could have challenged it, but they didn't. Remember, they didn't call. They didn't throw a flag. And by the time the play went on, it was too late.
Yeah. TJ, how did T. Higgins get away with that, man?
Like Double J said, the body was shielding it, and it was in regular fast motion. So it was probably hard.
It was game speed.
My thing is why was The Rock on
the
introduction, man, of the whole game? No.
Yeah.
No, man.
Yeah, Mr. Alva again weighing in. I thought he shook him hard the way he twisted his body. It was shield 100%. Yeah. We kind of all in agreement with that. Doc, what say you? How the refs miss that?
Same. He's on the inside, just a quick out the way, and then the ball is right there. So it's like a blink of an eye. If you're not staring at him the entire time, or you got.
I thought he was getting cooked. Ramsey was still getting cooked by them receivers, though.
Yeah, Ramsey.
And I was just getting ready to ask that. I said
he was getting cooked.
I'm talking about cooked that time.
Yeah, he got beat.
Barbecue chicken,
man.
dog. Yeah. I'm talking about
he did. I'm like, man, he playing like
Chase was cooking him.
Yeah, he did. He got toasted. I won't say toasted, but he didn't look like the Jalen Ramsey that's always talking. How about that?
He wasn't a number one tonight. I'm gonna tell you that. No. He was like a number 3. Like a number 3.
Can they still challenge those type of plays? I would think so.
No,
they can't.
They can't challenge the position on the field. They can't challenge the call. They can just challenge the position on the field.
So you wait. You tell me when he pulled his face mask because they didn't see it? You mean like they can't look at the jumbotron and see it after the fact and then challenge? You can't do.
Nope.
Well, no. Here's the interesting part, because when they changed the rule in 2019, it was supposed to be subject to the NFL replay review system. Which let's keep it 100. They seen that. They seen what we seen, right? And they chose not to do anything about it.
I think so too. Yeah.
Until that last drive. They pocketed that. And that's your proof.
Oh my goodness.
That has to be your proof. Because otherwise they should have intervened right then and there. And truthfully, maybe they should have. Unless they had an agenda.
What's already
it's really amazing, man.
First call, that first holding penalty that got him in the red zone. That's what made it.
Because why y'all think they did something right then and there when it was obvious that they was holding, pass interference twice? I don't get it.
Okay, but listen.
Oh, look, TJ, I could walk you down the wormhole really quickly of just Stan Kroenke in bed with the NFL and the moves that were made to get them out of the city of St. Louis. To build that big stadium, the way that the stadium was paid for, public versus private dollars. Then to take that a step further, he pulled money from his other franchises like Arsenal and Colorado, and then taking that a step further, when it came down to legally getting sued by the city of St. Louis, he threatened to sue the NFL unless they helped him with that final payout. Whatever that was determined to be, and that was only a few short months ago. So here's a nice, bow tie gift for you, Mr. Kroenke, for playing nicely with us.
It's all serious, man.
Hey man, listen. Some people see.
Hey man, they know. Hey man, listen. No, I know. Listen, because y'all is out of hand, man. So So what's the dude name? Sam Kroenke.
Stan Kroenke. Kroenke.
Crocodile Dundee. I don't care who it is, man.
Okay.
He didn't get on that field and play the Cardinals and have a great game against the Cardinals. He didn't get on the field and fight his way back with the Cincinnati Bengals.
Okay,
No,
so in other words, are you suggesting then that there
listen? Let me say one more thing. Cincy lost this game. They didn't take this game. They lost it. The dude just the last drive that Cincy had, it was a third down. The dude dropped the ball, right? It hit him right.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
Okay,
yeah.
They lost the game. They didn't steal.
Nobody's questioning whether or not if they lost the game. It's obvious. The Rams are the Super Bowl champions. Okay, we know that.
Yeah.
The Rams won the game.
No, I'm saying they lost fair and square. You're trying to say it was some.
No. First of all, ain't no y'all because I don't think nobody here from Kentucky. Second of all, ain't nobody saying they lost the game because of that. We saying that the timing of things that they do in games are questionable.
Yeah.
They are. That's all we're saying.
Why y'all just can't realize that at the end of games, defenses get a little antsy. They do extra stuff. They make mistakes.
Well, we talked about that. Then we talked about that about a week or two
see
ago.
that on the other side of the field.
Yeah, we threw that graph up. Defense wins champ. The top 10 offenses haven't won Super Bowls. Yeah, we threw that up. We already know that. The timing of when they made the calls is what was suspect to me. That's all I'm saying.
Listen, that was the timing of the infraction. Okay, that's what happened.
Hey man, listen. Them two holding calls down inside the 10-yard line.
They was holding.
Did you hear me say that they weren't?
Did you not see the man on Cooper Kupp? They knew Cooper Kupp was getting the ball and they could not stop that man. That's why he's the MVP.
Those holding calls down there.
Listen, I can argue Cooper Kupp has the greatest single season in NFL history.
Well, it took him more games
to do it.
I'll
argue that with anybody. I don't care.
It took him more games. But that ain't what we talking about. We ain't talking about his greatest season. We talking about this game.
What's the bigger travesty here? Sean McVay getting the high school player of the year over Calvin Johnson, or Cooper Kupp getting the better regular season over Calvin Johnson, coached by Sean McVay with his quarterback.
Let me read this comment right here. Mr. Poot shoot riot once again. Why the hell did Cincy throw on that final play? They were running well, and their kicker is gold. Yeah. Listen, I'm so glad people are weighing in on this because what they're saying
were running well. Look what they should have.
Aaron Donald just stuffed the run. I don't know if people in the same game.
They went for it on fourth down earlier in the game, and it was they went nowhere.
Listen,
and I think that's
Donald more than once, Double J. They did it more than once.
I would have bootlegged Joe Burrow if I was going to do that. Bootleg Joe Burrow.
If Aaron Donald know your play, you're done. There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, but he did. But Burrow went down kind of bad. He was limping. This was after the fact. You know what I mean?
That's a good point too.
Hey, he need to start going down easier because his leg snapped.
It wasn't nothing he could do about it.
Yeah, it was no way for him to go down easy in that one.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It was 100 people.
I don't know. I didn't see Baker tuck his tail in them situations.
Oh, please. We're not talking about Baker. Oh my gosh, you're not talking about
collapse so quick.
Oh, and by the way, Double J, most stadiums are paid for by public funds.
Well, but the ratio, okay, believe me, the Fords, the Illiches. Look, I know all about the old money here in the city of Detroit and how they abuse, how they absolutely abuse the public with tax dollars to fund those gigantic stadiums. So and then don't fulfill their obligations.
And speaking of extra points, once again, I found it pretty interesting how it turned out in favor of that 4-point spread. No.
Gambling around the world.
You don't. So you telling me the spread, all that the two don't correlate at all, huh?
No.
Well, it was under. It hit the under, and it hit the 4 covered.
Okay.
For the Bengals. So
y'all probably would change the name of this show to the Conspiracy Podcast, man. It's always a conspiracy going on.
No.
It's something going on, man.
Just because we have one conspiratorist, if that's saying it right, on the show.
Oh, seriously? You're going to throw me under the bus now. Now I'm on the island? All right.
How much he's going to pay his
island boy.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. We have one conspiracy theorist on here. We're not going to name the show after that just because we got one on here. No, we're not going to do that.
I'm going to have to throw that. Those goofy guys that looks like the I'm going to throw them in my intro now.
You know, gentlemen, I know the term conspiracy theorist was created by the CIA to put down all truthers. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, bro, Rich. Wow, what the ultimate compliment.
Hey, but I tried to explain that to somebody on this program, but they wasn't trying to hear that. But anyway, before we take a quick commercial break,
that's a conspiracy itself.
Okay, well, you wearing that jersey, but got something else in the background. That's a conspiracy. That's what's really. Does Matt Burrow? Not Matt Burrow. Listen to me, Matt Burrow. I should give myself a button.
His two favorite quarterbacks.
Come on, Grandpa.
Yeah,
Matt Burrow. You just say Matt Burrow, bro.
No, bro. Why you leaning back, man?
How?
Hey, why are you sweating?
How?
That's what I want to know. Why are you over there sweating, boy? You got beads of water.
Hey, when we go on commercial, get your Metamucil. Take a big gulp.
Absolutely.
I sure like at the gas station, take a big gulp.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah. At the end of the day, do we think the Bengals will be back here? Yeah.
No,
all right, Mr. Layton. What?
Double J, you posted
no,
man.
Think they'll be back there. We think it'll be another team from Ohio. Cleveland.
You think
the Bengals will go back eventually?
Oh, you think it'll be another team from Ohio? So are we suggesting then that Mr. Burrow is a one-hit wonder?
No. Oh no.
No, I definitely think not that he's a one-hit wonder. I don't know that they'll have that team together and be able to keep that team long term. And he's shown, and he could end up being one of those quarterbacks that has a tremendous career. But if he's supposed to stay in Cincinnati, I don't know how much money they'll put around him and what kind of talent they'll keep there long term.
Okay. Well, let's look at his division.
Hey, we're gonna take a hold them thoughts. We're gonna take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back in 30. Don't y'all touch that dial. Stay tuned.
Okay, Cunningham, you watching the Shop Report?
Touch that dial. Stay tuned.
Do it. Hey, Barbershop J, Quentin Hines, Super Bowl champion. I'm ready. Let's do it. I'm on.
All right, we back, baby. We back. Somebody was saying something. Double J, was that you?
Well, you got to take a look at what may occur in the division itself, right? So they technically may have shot themselves in the foot because, look, first and foremost, historically, if you are the quote-unquote first loser or runner-up, you do not go back to the Super Bowl back-to-back. It just does not happen.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So, secondly, you needed to build on the offensive line. You now have the 30th overall pick in the first round. You're not going to get someone that would be you can kind of plug and play right away. So,
well, I don't know about that.
Then let's say Aaron Rodgers decides to go to Pittsburgh, and
I don't think he's going nowhere, man. I think this all just talk.
Maybe Russell Wilson and maybe Roger Goodell eats a couple Polish boys and changes his mind on the city of Cleveland and gives them.
Oh hell no!
Russell Wilson to Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Oh, I've heard that too. But I don't think Aaron Rodgers is going nowhere, man. I think that's just clickbait. Doc, what say you? You think the Bengals get back?
Not next year, nah. I think they had a good run this year. They'll get to the playoffs next year, but I don't see them getting back to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. A lot of people are saying that, but a lot of people
Whoa. You know who might steal the show, right?
Who?
What are you talking about?
Well, someone during the game put out a tweet.
Who?
With an alert that said Super Bowl today, and with the caption of an expletive, poop. And his name is Tom Brady. Which
wow.
The responses were, "There's always next year. You could always come back."
Oh, okay. Well, in that case,
put that in the conspiracy list as well, I suppose.
Yeah,
right?
I was. Well, that was.
I don't know. How much credence can we really give that when a person like Brady has even contemplated retirement to where he's announced he's retired? That he's not the kind of person that can retire, then unretire, and then give it his all in the way we know that he typically has done that. If he's retired, it's because something in his body, something in his personal ecosystem has made him understand that time has come. It'll be dangerous for him to try to come back.
That's his baby mama.
Hey, so in other words, you think he just kind of like stringing folks along to kind of stay relevant?
Absolute fact.
Okay,
I think he's launching his brand now, Brady, the Brady brand. So he's got a lot of stuff going. He needs to stay as relevant as he's always been, even more so now. But I don't think he's prepared to, go back on the things that he's articulated that are concerning him now at this stage of his life. His family concerns, his concerns for his children that are growing up that need him to be there as a father. So I think those are overriding concerns. I don't think we see in Tom Brady in a football.
Yeah,
uniform.
You say he won't cave in to the pressures, huh?
No.
Oh, okay. TJ, you see the Bengals?
I think we're more likely to see Russell Wilson in Cleveland. Excuse me.
Oh, that's possible. That's possible. TJ, you think the Bengals go back?
I mean, it's possible, but it's a lot of luck involved with this. But they gotta get their offensive line.
It's a lot of what?
It's a lot of luck.
Oh no.
Oh, okay. So wait a minute. Wait. So all the other stuff you said before, it was fair and square, but now it's luck.
No, it's a lot of luck involved with people making it to the Super Bowl.
But not the way the
for
game
real,
played.
If you watch this playoffs this year, a lot of games is won by like 3 points and stuff. So
I think the first few rounds was all won on field goals or something.
And you seen Cincy down like 20 points or something 18 points to the Kansas City. Come on now, like that happens again. They're not going to the Super Bowl.
Well, I asked that because Mahomes got there, won it, then got back and then lost it, and then now it seems to be on the downward spiral. Then I mentioned Dan Marino earlier. And both of them guys, Mahomes and Marino, you don't come no better than that. You got both of them guys on one end of the spectrum than the other. My goodness. And Joe Burrow didn't prove that he, Joe Ice or whatever you want to call him, but
Joe Cool, dog.
If them two guys could, and who's to say Mahomes, couldn't get back or won't get back? Who's to say? Joe might, I don't know. We'll see. To Brother Richard's point, though, in this day and age of free agency and all that kind of stuff, and the way the sports landscape is now when it comes to that, you only got maybe a 3-year window.
Easily.
What I mean? That rookie contract, absolutely.
Yeah, you only got like a 3-year window, and if you don't get it done within 3 years or whatever, you might as well start.
It's over with for the Browns then.
Why you say? See, Brother Rich? Now, when I say that,
based on what you just said,
I must tell you, I'm inclined to agree with him if we don't do something next year. I think that's why this season coming up.
This is the most important season.
It is. Okay. It's the most important season in the Browns' history, perhaps, coming up next year, because they have to do something with all that assembled talent. This is what
Mayfield your guy.
No, I don't think he's the guy. I'm sorry. I don't think. I think he's proven.
So this off season is the most important off season.
Yeah, it is. They have to do something.
Okay.
You better offer somebody a private jet, a boat.
Yeah, you got to do that. You can't have the Cincinnati Bengals
in the team
after they were the laughing stock of the league a few years ago. They're in the Super Bowl, and you talking about that team is not better than the Browns. They just have a better quarterback and obviously a better system, but they're not a better team than the Browns. But they're in the Super Bowl representing, and here's Cleveland at home because the one missing piece to the puzzle is we don't have a decent enough quarterback. Okay. Matt Stafford. We could have got there with him. He would have won the Super Bowl. He would have looked like Joe Montana. That squad.
With our line,
probably would have.
Yeah,
no, I don't know.
Yo, our running game and our line.
It's not.
Hey, listen, Doc, you must don't watch the Browns often, bro.
Wait a minute now. If somebody that's
Brother Rich was not being literal. He was being figurative, saying if the Browns had a guy like Matt Stafford, they would have been in good shape. That's what he's saying.
Yeah. They've been in good shape.
That's all.
They said they won the Super Bowl. I'm like, hold on.
Most likely. Yeah, they was unlikely. All right, well,
I don't know.
Hey, I know we would have beat the Chiefs the last 2 times we played them.
Yeah, okay.
Even if y'all had Stafford, the Browns ain't going to the Super Bowl.
Okay.
I
can't argue that because we don't know, but I know we got a terrible quarterback and we just made the playoff last season.
Shout out to Snowman. Oh man, Snowman in the morning. It's all good. Shout out, man. We appreciate you for weighing in, Mr. Snowman in the morning.
We have a terrible quarterback and we made it to the playoff.
He himself is a podcast.
Are you the Miami kind of snowman or you the Ohio kind of snowman? Is that the Miami? Is that the South?
Oh, hell no.
No, it's not. No, it's not. See, this is why you get
buttons. This
is why you get buttons to start the show off.
I knew he was going to take it there.
Yeah, matter of fact,
I thought he was a fan of the U.
No, he's not. Oh, no. Yeah, okay, I see what you're doing right there. You know, that's why we're going to start the show off from here going forward. We're just going to start you off with 12 buttons. I'm just going to come up with just name some. All right, get yours on out the way early. That's what we're going to do. All right, yeah. All right, well, Super Bowl 56 is in the books. It was a pretty much, I would say, again, paltry. It had its moment. Fiji.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm an island boy, so I got to drink the island water, right? Yeah.
Oh, okay. Saying that. Hey, Jay, you just saying that because you wanted the Bengals to win. This admit.
I did. I did not pick the Bengals. Man, that's clickbait.
No, I ain't say. I didn't say you picked them. I said you wanted them to win because I didn't pick them to win either, but I wanted them to win. So
okay,
that's why you all salty, and Rich probably salty about it too.
He's wearing a Dodgers hat.
Why am I salty?
Hey, wait a minute. Clayton Kershaw.
Hey, play my buddy, because that's why. Because you all stick together.
My buddy.
There we go.
You happy now? Oh, this is unbelievable. Brother Rich, get him one of them rented mule riders. Association cards. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, let's get him a rented RMA card. I got a...
All right, moving along.
I got an AARP card. He got to get an RMA card. Yeah, let's get him one. Yeah, well, it's all said and done. Yeah, now we got to wait till next year. So right now, going around the room, Brother Rich, you saying the Browns going to be in the Super Bowl next year? Is that what you're saying? Or they better be?
I'm saying they better be, or it's over for that experiment.
Oh, okay. Oh, Snowman saying when were the Dodgers?
Dodgers always relevant.
Oh, man, Snowman, don't do it like that. Don't do him like
Snowman, don't do that. No, don't do that, Snowman. Yeah.
Hello, police. I'd like to report a crime.
Yeah. Double J. Double J, you saying right here, right now on this national television program, the Browns will be in the Super Bowl next year?
If Baker Mayfield, if Baker Mayfield is not the quarterback, I believe that can be accomplished.
All right, that's all right. Doc, what say you?
The Browns ain't going to the Super Bowl next year.
I just wanted to hear you say it again. That's
okay. What a surprise, right? What a surprise.
Yeah.
Playoffs, but not Super Bowl.
Playoffs. Oh, okay, possible. Okay, well, Brother Rich, we're gonna send Doc one of them RMA cards.
It's almost like a puppeteer. Like it almost seems like you have your hand on the back of their head, running it out.
Oh, Snowman said at least the Dodgers are more relevant than the Browns or the Cubs. Oh,
wow.
Oh, he's dead wrong. Hey, hey, listen, we don't talk about Clayton Kershaw on this show.
Hey, he was there today.
Yeah, I'm sure he was.
He was at SoFi. Yeah.
Who was at SoFi?
Rooting on his high school teammate.
Who was at SoFi? Who?
SoFi Stadium.
Yeah.
See, that's that University of Miami fandom. They every day relate everything to being high.
Okay, well, I tell you what, it's better than the Hollywood grass. Yeah, that y'all got out there.
Each their own. All right.
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll see what happens next year. But until then, you got to wait till next year. And moving on from our Super Bowl 56 segment, we go to the land.
You didn't even ask me if I thought the Browns was going to make the Super Bowl.
Because I already know what your answer was going to be.
No, it don't matter.
It do matter. Did you raise your hand? I wasn't going to keep letting you get away with that on this national television program. I wasn't going to let you keep getting away with that. But you can go ahead and say, Claw, he refilling his glass.
Hold on.
Oh wow.
Oh hell no! Don't do that.
Oh, okay, got you.
What was that all about? Was that karaoke?
Yeah. Oh, TJ karaoke. You didn't know that?
Halftime show.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying. Yeah, that's what I'm trying. Yeah, a shop halftime show. That's what we need on here. You know what I'm saying? I can hear him now. L is for the way you look. Ding, 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 ding at me. Yeah.
Oh my.
Whoa!
Goodness.
What was that from? Like 1940?
Hey, don't knock. Hey. We don't knock Sinatra. We don't do that. We don't do that here. We don't do that here. Like you said in the Black Panther. We don't do that here. The NBA's 71st edition of the All-Star Game will be played in Cleveland, right here in the land.
That's right.
Yes, that's right.
Next week, baby.
Next Sunday at 8 on the PM side. I think it was TNT, ABC, WKYC, Peacock, Fubo, Hulu, No You, and everybody else, right? Yubu, Tubi, TV. Yeah, got you, and everybody else. All right, so we calling this the Land of Stars. And to be honest with you, it wasn't really a lot of moving and shaking so on and so forth as far as the NBA is concerned, you know, in terms of the play, because I keep saying it's really uncompelling. But the one thing I did want to point out, the NBA, the trades are frenzy. My gosh, well, I'm glad the Cavs got Karis LeVert. Shout out to that. Because he didn't change their whole perspective. You know, they still got a few growing pains.
Yeah, because Embiid just whooped our butt. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I'm so glad you. Oh, I'm so glad.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you So High Stadium. Hold on, what did he say? Yeah, that's what I said, Snowman. So High. He said Brooklyn lost 12 straight. Yeah.
I mean, they don't have Kevin Durant.
Yeah, but you know what though?
Kyrie would never change anyone's fortunes by himself.
No. Keep in mind, they only played 16 games together.
Yeah. But let me ask you this though, and here's, I think the Nets are a classic example, a classic case of something I've said quite often. Most people, when they hear about who it is that's going, they get all up in arms. Oh, he going here, and they get to run out going about jerseys and all of that. Is that more important than whether or not who you're bringing in, whether or not they're complimentary to what you're already doing? Because you could see before they got there, I just didn't see. I mean, you know, the name.
No, whoa. They work, but injuries and somebody who's scared to get a vaccination messed it up.
That's not true. They don't work. They never did work. You check the tape on this P program.
Yeah, they don't.
We said that James Harden cannot play with them.
We said that from day. James Harden can't play.
Look at Harden had issues with Kyrie Irving.
He has no work ethic.
Hold on. Y'all blaming James Harden.
Absolutely.
For what Kyrie lacked.
What do Kyrie lack?
Kyrie's fault.
Listen, over the last month and a half, James Harden averaged like a triple-double then.
Because he can do that when he plays playground basketball by himself. He's not a winner. He does not play good team winning basketball.
Bradley Layton, appreciate that, Mr. Layton. Yeah.
You know what? I like your attitude today. Y'all about to make me pick the Philadelphia 76ers to come out.
First of all, hey, listen.
And to win the championship this year.
Hey, hold on.
Rich, you did this. Rich did it, and you two old man with the glasses. Ricky Smiley up there. Both of y'all. Y'all about to make me pick the 76ers right now. And I believe it. If Joel stay healthy, it's going down.
Okay, well, let me say this. Hey, bartender, I'll have what TJ is having and make mine a double.
Bartender, he can't handle what I drink. It's too strong for him.
You drink
bartender. Bartender, don't give James Harden no more cheeseburgers. Bartender. Out the room with the strippers.
Hey, but here's the deal. Listen, James Harden, if you go back to his time at Arizona State, he got all the tools, man, but he ain't got the chutzpah, is what they call it. At the end of the day,
do Embiid have it?
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, I tell you what.
something. I'm gonna
tell you something Embiid got that a lot of players don't got, regardless of position. He got excellent footwork. Excellent, impeccable
You
footwork.
speaking to the choir. Listen, man,
you're not,
that's a late update. Like everybody knew that.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you want some breaking news? At the end of the day,
he's probably the most skilled big man since what? Tim Duncan, right?
Okay, that's fine. I mean, that's another show for another day. We're talking about James Harden right now. James Harden is an ISO player, to tell you the truth. Yeah. That's what he is. He's been that way since Arizona. What I'm trying to tell you is if you got, and I ain't saying KD and Kyrie literally, I'm just saying it figuratively. If you got three guys who we can all play park ball with the type of dude, I got to get mine. I got to get mine. When you play with them type of dudes, that kind of stuff is not complimentary. That's just individualism is what it is.
What are you talking about? He got to get his. What are you trying to say about him?
Hold on. No,
I want to hear him explain this. No. I want you to explain it, man.
I'm about to tell you. If you go back and watch James Harden, he's been doing this since Arizona State. And in particular, every time somebody mentioned how many points and how many triple doubles he almost had and all that, I'm gonna mention Game 7 in the Western Conference Finals without Chris Paul. This dude went up there and shot 150. Now listen, the Rockets were up without Chris Paul. They was up 15. Go and look at how they got up by 15. Harden was playing basketball. Him and Capella were in unison, and they was killing the Warriors front line. With all due respect to the Warriors and they championship runs and all that kind of stuff, one caveat with them. Their front line has always been somewhat suspect. Draymond is the best player on that front line. Hold on, I'm not done. I'm not done. Draymond is the best player on that front line. I've always said, when you get a front line team that's not afraid to put pressure on them, they struggle because they don't do well out on the perimeter on defense. Hey, now again, Klay Thompson before he got hurt and all that kind of stuff. That's what they were doing. And then James Harden proceeded to be James Harden.
I got some wax. I got some wax in my ears or something.
Yeah, I know you do. Pour some of that, whatever you're drinking. Mr. Layton said,
bro.
The Lakers. How am I tripping?
Because how am I tripping? Saying, what you just said about James Harden is not true at all.
Why what? It's not true. Why?
Because why the other team can't make adjustments? Why the Warriors? Good a system they run on defense and offense. Why they just didn't make you saying they didn't make adjustments to make them change the way they was playing?
No, I don't. What are you talking about?
I'm telling you, they made adjustments. That's why.
Who made adjustments?
The Warriors. In that series, they made adjustments.
No.
The same way they
were up by 15. You're talking about in that series? No, I'm talking about in that Game 7. They were up 15 late in the game.
In that game, they changed the way they played. When they was up 15, they adjusted.
They didn't change the way they played, man. The Warriors still play the way they play. So what is your Daniel? The Warriors?
I'm talking about defensively, bro.
They didn't do nothing different defensively. Go look at it. They stopped going to Capella. They stopped going to Capella.
All right, did they stop going or did they stop letting them have it?
They stopped going to him. James
Harden. That's what you want to think, but that's not what happened, bro.
Okay, so I tell you what.
If you tell me they ran the same plays and he was open and they just said, no, I'm not going to pass it.
I'm telling you, James Harden he wanted too hard to be the hero. And he started jacking up shots.
Okay, so he the only one was shooting in that second half.
No. What I'm saying to you is he's the only one who starts shooting more than everybody else, and then started looking at the rim to see if they were going to go get a rebound or not.
Go ahead, man.
All right, so here's why he got traded. Here's why
who he?
This being James Harden. He himself, he was reluctant on wanting to ask for the trade formally to look like the bad guy. However, with that being said,
but the trade getting out made you look like the bad guy anyway. Go ahead.
Well, but again, obviously, we'll break that.
Yeah, that say a whole lot about him right there.
Here's the point.
No, that say a whole lot about him right there. Put your name on it.
Hang on.
Grandpa, your glass is fogging up, man. Let him talk.
He wanted, to your point, to offense to run like it did in Houston, which was through him. Kind of that high-low screen action, which is what he ultimately should get in Philadelphia. Because again, as you pointed out with Capella, that insert Embiid. Now,
can I say one thing?
Yeah. No, hold on.
No, I know, because Double J, you said what you said, and let me respond to that because Isn't it interesting? Soon Kyrie started playing these half of games. This little losing streak came in. And y'all want to blame James Harden, but it's real.
It's because James Harden and Kyrie don't click.
Okay, no, but it ain't James Harden. To me, it sounds like it's Kyrie because he the one who just got integrated into the system, not James Harden. That
hold on. When all three of them played together, they had a decent record.
But I already said I said that when you started this. I said they do work together. Okay. But injuries and Kyrie not taking the vaccination mess a lot of stuff up. That's all I'm saying.
How does not taking that thing happen? What does that have to do with playing basketball? How does that?
Because he only can play half the time. That's messing up team chemistry. You got role players who set in roles. Come on, man. Y'all know what I'm trying to say.
Fantastic. So it's Kyrie's fault.
But y'all not gonna blame James Harden, bro. You have to do that.
But you're blaming Kyrie. You want to blame Kyrie, though. You ready to blame Kyrie?
That's who fought it is.
No, it's no.
James Harden is the player. The player that James Harden is, he's always been that player.
Correct. That's what we're talking about.
Listen. I agree. But the player Kyrie is, he always been that player. And
what's that?
He never
team ball.
He never
wins people championships.
Did you say team ball and Kyrie Irving?
Hey, I tell you what.
Wanted to move the ball.
Hey, I tell you what. I can trust Kyrie more than I could James Harden in any situation. Guarantee you that.
But I'm telling you,
without LeBron James, listen, man. Without LeBron James, Kyrie would never been nowhere winning nothing.
That's a what if. That you can't say. You don't know that.
I know that. I seen it before and after LeBron. Before and after.
You don't know that.
Before and after. That's all you gotta do.
Hey, listen, you're gonna say the same thing.
You don't really see
before and after, bro. That's all you gotta look at. You're gonna see the same
thing with the Lakers when Bron goes somewhere else. He going to. They're gonna look the same way, decimated. Right?
Listen, why you putting LeBron in it? I'm talking about Kyrie Irving.
I'm talking about the team, how the team looked when with whoever you talking about. With you, because you said
hold on.
Ain't gonna be there.
We talking about Kyrie Irving. Why LeBron gotta get brought up?
Okay. You
don't move the goalpost. Don't move the goalpost, please. Don't.
You mentioned LeBron.
You brought it up.
I said Kyrie Irving.
You didn't say LeBron.
Said Kyrie Irving would be nothing without somebody else, and we're telling you, you don't.
And
watch
you said LeBron.
You don't understand.
No, I'm not saying he's not good. I'm saying his teams basically don't go nowhere.
And you said without LeBron. You said without LeBron.
With him leading, Boston didn't do nothing extra. They actually look worse. Let's be honest.
Boston was in Boston for a year, and Boston.
Okay, but they was a playoff team. One win away from going to the finals.
Kyrie. Boston was not got a fit for him. It was not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it really wasn't.
Why wasn't it? Please, hold on. Please tell me why.
Let's start with a player named Isaiah Thomas. The kind of things that the Boston Celtics did to Isaiah Thomas ruined their relationships with players. Yep. Kyrie's not the first player to go to Boston and really make it a pit stop because something is going on with that franchise. That's why there's been shuffling in the front office where you had when Danny Ainge left out because he was dealing with his issues. He has to leave. Then they bring the coach and move him to the front office.
Hey, it's amazing how y'all keep trying to say Kyrie because everywhere he goes, he's not the problem. It's somebody else. It's amazing.
What did Kyrie do in Brooklyn? What did Kyrie do in Brooklyn other than happen to arrive in the city in a year where this madness is going on about vaccine mandates? What does that have to do with Kyrie Irving? How is that?
How about him going on hiatus without letting the coaches know?
Letting who know?
Well,
how about that? How about that?
It was a birthday party.
According to his teammates, which is what matters, they didn't have a problem with him. That's all I can only go with what Kevin Durant says and what his teammates at that time said. They said they had no problem with that.
What about the teammates in Boston? What about Dion Waiters when he beat him up in the locker room? How about that?
Okay. Where's Dion Waiters today? Otherwise,
I'm about to say.
Shout out to Loke Waiters.
I'm about to say.
I don't care about. Listen. I don't care about Dion's career. I'm just telling you, he got into it everywhere he went.
Okay, well, I'm gonna tell you this.
He's the common denominator.
Like somebody said like somebody told me. No team with James Harden on it is going to win a championship.
No.
None.
None.
I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait.
Hey, listen.
I'm taking the 76ers only. This is just if they help. That's the only way I can do it. If they
got you.
I'm talking about Joel and Harden.
There ain't no way.
Hey, listen. I'm talking about before James Harden got to Brooklyn. The type of player that he is, he ain't no different now before Brooklyn than he was at Arizona State. If you watch his style of play, he's the same kind of guy. And especially when you crowd him, listen. And the reason why I said it wasn't going to
ask you something though.
No, hold on. The reason
Michael Jordan different? Was he different? Was he a different player at North Carolina than he was in the Bulls? He was still same. He was still that same
James Harden,
player.
Same kind of player. I'm talking about James Harden. No, listen. And Mike Jordan in North Carolina, they lightweight had a lid on him. Back then, you put lids on players. You ain't let players, even though you knew that player was going to be.
Was he the same player?
Look at his teammates. He couldn't shine like that.
No. Yeah, I mean,
was he the same player?
James Worthy was what? All-American? I mean, James Worthy was what? Yeah, right. You know, James Worthy. Sam Perkins.
Why yo? Oh, Double J got kicked.
No, hosted. Well,
not Double J.
Barbershop got kicked out.
But again, as he's talking about that team that Jordan played on, he had a team of superstars in college. Nobody even realized who he was until he hit that shot.
He got to,
and you could see from that shot, he's that player. He's real.
No, all I'm saying is, was he not the same player? As Jordan was always Jordan since y'all seen him from North Carolina, right?
No. Listen.
What? So he was a different player? Was he different player?
He must have slammed his desk and it messed up his internet.
Yeah, no. That was on StreamYard, and they just sent me a message, man. They said something happened, so I don't know. I'm just glad I was able to get it back.
Yeah,
so,
James Harden arrived in Philly. That's what happened.
Yeah, no, Jordan was nice at North Carolina. Nobody saw when he got to the Bulls. Nobody. Right. I didn't. When the stuff he started doing with the Bulls, I was like, man, who is that dude? Even though he hit that game-winning shot, against Georgetown or whatever it was, Jordan was I can't find a word for it right now. Maybe a methodical player. You saw flashes, the dunk.
Come on, man. We've seen. Look, we've all watched the story. Gets pushed around by the Pistons, starts hitting the weights, and then now he grows into something, into his fullest potential.
Let's be honest. All them great players got old, then he started winning. That's just all right. Now can we move on?
Oh wow, really? Yeah. Okay, got you. Anyway, we just mentioned Harden. Yeah, hold on, Mr. Layton once again weighing in. Yeah, he said, "Be rich, call what I said exactly." Yeah, I mean, come on, man, it ain't really rocket. It ain't a Houston rocket scientist. Yeah, as we mentioned, Sixers get Harden. The Sixers get James Harden in exchange for Simmons, Seth Curry, Andre Drummond, a 2022 first-round pick, and 2027. Doc, what say you?
They fleeced.
I mean, they good with that pick. Brooklyn's set, but I don't know about Ben Simmons. He gonna have to really work on his game for me to believe he was worth the trade. Because I mean, what is he gonna do? Is he working on his game? Can he shoot? Is he still gonna be a little crybaby when people tease him about not being able to shoot? Like, what kind of Ben Simmons are we getting here?
I'm glad you said that. There's been a lot of talk about who won the trade. We'll get to that in a hot second after we come around to everybody. Double J, what say you? Sixers get Harden, of course, in exchange for Ben Simmons, Seth Curry, Andre Drummond, 2022 first round, and a 2027 pick. What say you to that?
Pink Gators, my Detroit players. Tim for my hooligans. That's what I gotta say. Because look at that roster. You got Blake Griffin, Andre Drummond, Bruce Brown. You got half the Detroit Pistons from 2019 on that roster, along with Seth Curry. Look, and apples to apples, the Sixers, they don't have the depth. They got former Piston, not Dinwiddie, but who's their third?
Kelly Tripucka. That's who they. Yeah, right. Yeah, the guys off the street. That's what I'm saying. That's who they might as well add. Yeah, Brother Rich, what say you, man, about this whole? That's the only trade.
I finished what Double J started by the great, notorious big Tim some hooligans in Brooklyn, and if I'm there every night, you know what I mean? Because it's like that. Brooklyn definitely won this trade. I mean, reality, they get seasoned vets. They get a potential. Say what you want about Ben Simmons. If somebody gets him halfway back to where he was, you have a potential all-star on your hand, and he gets an opportunity to revive his career and then revive his celebrity, if you will, in the NBA, and becomes a force for good again. Absolutely, I think they won the trade. Absolutely.
Well, I'll go on record for I'm the one that had a lot to say anti Ben Simmons because
we know.
His work ethic is terrible.
Terrible.
But I'll say, got you. But I'll say this. I'm not about to say who you really, because you take you with you wherever you go. So Harden going to Philly, Ben Simmons going to the Nets. To say who won or lost, I don't see. I mean, just me. I can't say who did or didn't until we see what the end result in the playoffs is, because both of them guys, they got a lot to prove. I mean, I watched Ben Simmons against the Atlanta Hawks without Trae Young. I mean, where was he at again? Or should I say, where was Waldo Simmons? Yeah, absolutely.
But hang on. You're talking about a complimentary player now. This is where he was being asked to be the guy.
Finished. I wasn't finished. He will. I can't say from an offensive standpoint, I can't say. But from a defensive standpoint, he will be able to guard the other team's best player. That will be complimentary. And it take pressure off of KD and Kyrie having to draw that assignment. But when they can focus more on the offensive end.
But when we need somebody to score, if you can't do it, what are you here for?
We don't need him to score. You got
you got Kyrie and
you got Seth Curry now. You got shooters. You got people that they don't need him to score. They just need him to handle the ball effectively, get some rebounds, play defense, and make a good pass. All of which he's capable of doing.
But
he is not a scorer.
Isn't that amazing what we sitting here saying about a guy? What was he picked in since we play so much stock in where a guy was picked?
Not anymore first overall. It's any more amazing than having somebody who everybody want to tell me is the GOAT that goes to the line the other night with 3 free throws to ice the game and he misses it.
Absolutely, brother.
And he steps to the line and everybody in the world know he gonna miss. Yeah. Everybody knows he's gonna miss. Everybody knows he's gonna miss one of these.
Yeah, he knew it too.
I thought it was gonna be.
he knew it too. He's scared of that free throw
on a wall and telling me he's something.
Ben Simmons is the #1 pick.
Curry GOAT.
Yeah, he the GOAT, all right. You mean the greatest at going on another team? Going on another team. That's what he's GOAT at. TJ, what say you about the Harden trade and Ben Simmons, Seth Curry, Andre Drummond trade?
Well, Andre Drummond ain't nothing. Okay, he been getting dunked on all year. Let's just go there. Let's start right there. Now, only reason I think they might have won this trade is because what roster they already had in place, and then you add Ben Simmons, who was just used to being the number 2. He gonna be like a number 3. He ain't gonna have to even be in the game at the end of the game, so your fan base ain't gonna blame him for not being in the game because you got Kyrie and KD.
Again, that's what I find baffling. A guy who was a #1 pick is about to be a number 3 option.
Do we know if he's vaccinated? I mean, has anybody thrown that out there yet?
Oh, you mean? I don't know.
I believe he is because he's on Clutch, and the Clutch they are under LeBron's auspices, and pretty much all of them have lined up to take the clock shot.
Yeah. Man, this man must be the spokesman for Clutch. I swear to God.
He knows them. He knows them guys.
He must be the spokesman for him.
Yeah, I don't.
You better tell him again, Barbershop.
Yeah, he knows them guys, bro. Like know him. But anyway,
well, why he be hating on them so much?
He ain't hating on him. He telling. Hey,
I have never hated on anyone of them. I love all of them.
And he's on record for saying it. But what you fail to realize sometimes on this.
Hey, hold on, you his spokesman. I'm talking to him.
I'm speaking to the people. I'm speaking on the platform. What you fail to realize sometimes. I know, but I had to interject. This is a courtroom. Okay, I'm the judge.
So you the judge.
I'm the judge. Come on. I told you they hold press conferences down the street. Over here we hold court.
Right?
Okay, yeah, okay, got you. Yeah. Anyway, under the auspices, Brother Rich, don't see. This is what I'm talking about right here. This man is infamous. Why do you think I call him the world's #1 antagonist?
This is fact.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm not gonna even say what I was getting ready to say.
Go ahead.
No, I'm not gonna even say what I was getting ready to say. The Mavericks send the unicorn to the Wizards. Hey, you know what? The NBA, man, they just need to sign up. They just need to get reversible jerseys.
But hold on, he don't deserve no nickname at all.
Well, that's what they call him, ain't it? The unicorn.
They should call him No Corn because he doesn't deserve a nickname.
Hey, did you sign up for the jersey buyback program, TJ?
No, I'm keeping my Chubb jersey.
Okay, I'm just saying.
I'm a real
I'm talking about your NBA jersey. You know what I mean?
No, I haven't bought an NBA jersey in like 15 years.
Oh, okay. And the Mavericks get Dinwiddie and Bertans. Was that a good deal, Double J?
Well, if you look at what they did after by shipping off Porzingis, that's really kind of explains that they're trying to give Doncic some extra help as well. They've really struck out with some of the moves that they've made to assist that guy. And of course, Porzingis' knees, to no surprise, right? He gets into town and he's already out due to a knee injury. So, So
Porzingis is what? No, go ahead, Double J. Finish your thought. My bad.
Yeah, just simply put, they knew that, ultimately they have to try to make some kind of playoff run here. And they weren't going to get any further than the first round with Kristaps. So get another sharpshooter like Dinwiddie that should be a little bit more clutch than some of the guys they brought in these past few years, and hopefully be able to get outside of the second round.
Yeah, who you telling, Brother Rich? What do you think about that trade? Mavs sending Kristaps, and then Dallas getting Dinwiddie and Bertans.
Well, I think we ought to look at that. If Kristaps Porzingis was any other player in the NBA, and I'm gonna say it bluntly, and I know somebody on this program will accuse me of being a conspiratist, but I'll say this: if Kristaps Porzingis was a black player, he would have been excoriated on ESPN. Stephen A. Schmidt would be talking all kind of junk about his name, because here's what we're talking about. If you go and check under, because they just swept it on the rug, that he left out of New York with a little something on his name, with some allegations surrounding his name. He was shut out of New York in the dead of night out to Dallas. He goes out there and is supposed to be paired with this up-and-coming young superstar, budding franchise player, and then he bombs there and nothing happens. And now he's going to his third team, still hasn't produced anything, massive contract, massive investment, massive outlook initially. He was supposed to initially be the Knicks savior, but here we are, he's on his third team, but no, that just happens as a part of the line, and it just is over.
I don't know about that. They booed when they picked him. So.
Right. I mean, you could go there. Obviously, the stuff with his brothers and some of the family things.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He got a lot of stuff with him, and I'm saying he got a lot of baggage. But we never hear Stephen A.
But you didn't hear about it to the tune that you did when Miles Garrett did what he did. Even Harden
doing what he's doing. He's a team cancer.
Yeah, you don't hear none of that.
Here, I'm being told Kyrie's a team cancer because he won't undergo a medical procedure. But Kristaps Porzingis is a great player. He can't fit in on any team. He's got everything going for him, but he's a wonderful teammate.
Yeah, TJ, what say you about that trade?
Nothing, because he ain't nothing, and Dinwiddie ain't nothing either. So that trade don't mean nothing. I was more interested in the Kings with Halliburton. Why they trade their young star? Why y'all ain't mad at?
I can't believe that.
Hold on.
Why y'all not mad at they old operation?
Hold on. Can we wait till we get to that? Can we wait till we get to that? Doc?
Yeah,
I appreciate you for bringing that up. Doc, what
you bringing up? Porzingis,
it's the right move for the Mavericks because, like I said, Kristaps he's made out of glass, unfortunately. So you're not gonna get any production out of him. So why even keep him?
We say in case of emergency, don't break the glass, huh?
Right. And then
what? I would have traded him for a box of Miles and the Snickers. I don't smoke Miles and I don't like Snickers. So
unbelievable.
I'm
the
just
Bucks
saying.
Get Ibaka The Clippers get Rodney Hood and the Pistons Marvin Bagley. What say you to that, Doc?
Man, the Bucks are coming out of the East again. Like, come on.
Oh,
they are coming out of the East. If they got to go anywhere, they got to leave out the East, but they ain't going nowhere.
Oh, they coming out the East. They're going to the finals. They're going to the finals.
Yeah, Giannis.
I don't know if they're going to win it depending on who come out the West, but I see him going to the finals again.
Giannis is my type of player, man. I like that. I just like his whole approach. Double J, what say you about the Bucks getting Ibaka and the Clippers getting Rodney Hood and the Pistons getting Marvin Bagley?
Well, the fresh start for Bagley is necessary, right? He's 22 years old, second overall pick, really has an enormous ceiling if, of course, he still decides that he loves the game of basketball. And first of all, getting out of Sacramento is really like a saving grace, even to be sent to Detroit, which is at least has a up and coming team. So, and of course, unlike Sacramento, he's going to get opportunities here. Hopefully, I think somebody's going to put the feet to the fire, Dwayne Casey, to play him because he just wants to pick and choose his 5 or 6 man rotation.
Yeah, I don't understand that either. I've seen a few games.
Anyway, and then of course, Ibaka. I know there's very little left in terms of tread on the tires, but if it can spell 5 or 6 minutes in the playoffs, that's what he's there for.
Okay, got you.
So again, ultimately, I would say everybody's kind of a winner there, and we'll see. How
it play out.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Brother Rich, what about you? How you see that playing out anyway? Yeah. Bucks.
I like what the Clippers did. No apologies.
Got you.
I feel kind of bad for Serge Ibaka because he has to go play, gets traded from the Clippers, and he has to go hang out in Milwaukee for the winter. And he's not going to see much. There's not going to be much there for him, as Double J said. The tread is bare on the tires, so we're not going to get much production there. So you're talking about creating some cap room, a salary that can be moved up perhaps this summer, that they'll do something, buyouts, that kind of thing, create opportunities. But I like all around what it did for each team, because each team got a piece they feel they can use going forward for the playoffs.
Yeah, and then like TJ, go ahead, say your spot, TJ.
I agree with what Brother Rich said, but the most interesting thing about this trade is Marvin Bagley. I hope he get a fresh new start and see what he really can do on a new team, because the Kings organization, like I said, they probably the worst in basketball, man.
Yeah, and
they terrible.
That's who we're going to next. The Kings nab Sabonis. Oh my gosh! But in the process, they get rid of Halliburton and Buddy Hield. Nobody really gives a crap about Tristan Thompson at this point, I don't think. But Buddy Hield and Halliburton,
he was a throw-in, huh?
Yeah, my goodness. Double J, my gosh, what's going on, man? The Kings, because that's your favorite team. Shout out to Double J's favorite team.
Don't do that.
Yeah, that's your favorite team.
For real, Double J?
Yeah,
absolutely not. No, he does that garbage.
Yeah, he's throwing out the slander. He's just throwing out the slander.
Oh, y'all do it to me.
The obvious, there was no conspiracy regarding what I was referring to.
Yeah,
I enjoyed watching that 02-03 Sacramento team, and they've never been the same since. They've been blacklisted. I mean, they could have arguably been relegated for a G League team, and no one would have batted an eye.
That's why I said they're your favorite team. That's all I said. I don't disagreement. You hear what I said? I don't disagreement. Yeah, right. Brother Rich, what say you, man?
Well, unfortunately, Sacramento is one of those teams that is like New Orleans, like the Cavs, like Detroit, like Utah. These are teams that they only have a few years to have top-tier talent, because the frustration sets in, the location sets in, the disappointment and disillusionment with location sets in for these players. And then after a while, the star player wants to get out of there. So when you that's what happened to the young talent in Sacramento. They saw no future. Buddy Hield wanted to get out of there. Sacramento is the worst considered location in terms of playing basketball in the entire state of California. Players want to come anywhere in California other than the Sacramento Kings. And unfortunately, they're mired in a futility gap, where they're going to continue to have this kind of thing. They got to be good get good players through the draft. Nobody wants to go there, be traded there. Nobody's going to sign there as a free agent. So unfortunately, you're seeing what's happening in a location like that.
Yeah, Doc, what about you, man? What you say? Because I'm in agreement with everybody here, man. The Kings, boy, they bass actors, if I can say that.
Yeah, nobody want to play in Sacramento, dog. Right. Like nobody. Like what's there? Like what brother said, what's there? What we gonna do other than play basketball? Like
we call it detrimental.
Right. Wow. Detrimental. That's a good one, bro, Rich. All right. TJ, what about you, man? You gonna?
Hey, Doc, look at your snap message there regarding.
What you say, TJ?
I said it already. I said it too early, really, but I like that they got some bonus, but it was just like, dude, y'all traded away some young talent.
Exactly.
Okay, and anybody can go on this one. You think it's a big deal that the Hornets got Montrez from the Wizards? Is that a big deal?
I didn't even know that. When that happened?
Wait, what happened?
Yeah, absolutely. I watched him in person on Friday night.
Montrez Harrell. He went to the excuse me, sorry about that. Yeah, Montrez went to the Hornets.
Yes.
They got a nice little squad.
He brings them the energy. But listen, he gets to play an enforcer role for them. Yes, absolutely.
Hey, man, trash getting passed around like a party bag. That's all I'm saying.
But that's why I said the NBA need reversible jerseys. They all getting passed around like party bags.
No, but he's really.
They are.
It's like his fourth team in like 3 years, ain't it?
Okay, you know what? I mean, you can go through the list of players in the NBA right now who own about their 50th team right now. Yeah, right. And speaking of which, the Blazers deal CJ, Nance Jr., and Snell to the Pelicans. Oh, and Powell and Covington too? They gone?
Yeah.
How did anybody?
I'm trying to see how you keep Lillard
on this program.
I would have had a good 8-hour talk with Lillard and said, "Look, man, we tried. It's time for everybody to move on, bro."
Lillard should leave too. Like,
they should have traded him before the deadline.
Even though he don't want to leave, you're gonna have to.
Yeah,
he got to.
Get any further than where he at, he got to leave.
I feel that city still gonna love him. They know he gave it his all, so he can leave, bro.
Yeah.
Don't chase a ring, man.
Wow, really? That's right. Don't chase the dream, just chase the ring. Got you.
Go get a ring, bro.
I got you. All right.
Hey, as soon as he leave and go somewhere who a contender, it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah. Shout out to the HBCU Classic.
Oh yeah.
All right. That's gonna be played at Cleveland State, the Morgan State Bears, at the Howard University Bison. You know what I mean?
Howard almost beat Notre Dame a few weeks ago.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's one of the topics we might discuss next week. I'm already kind of putting stuff in the works here.
Game run, man.
Yeah, we're gonna talk a little college basketball because
the NFL say they were aware that Eminem was gonna take a knee.
They said they what?
They was aware that he was he was gonna kneel.
Yeah, they say that now.
And where'd you get that from? The internet?
No, this from NFL, from ESPN, and it's for the NFL.
Oh, okay.
You know, they
that makes it official.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. They knew. Oh, yeah. I'm buying that. Yeah. Right.
I ain't say I'm buying it. I'm just saying they said.
Well, but what's? Wait a minute. It's during the halftime show. I mean, it's not. Was there an anthem played during the halftime show?
No.
But they still got to know the performances, especially since that Janet Jackson blunder.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was a blunder. I think that was staged.
It was a wardrobe malfunction. Like.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, convenient rip right to the area.
Hey, that's what they calling it, right? A wardrobe malfunction. Like yeah, got you. All right.
Well,
and then lastly,
halftime show.
And then lastly, I mean, I thought we did outlandish takes last week. Kendrick Perkins. Now I didn't see this. My son sent this to me.
Oh my God.
Kendrick Perkins said on James. Oh yeah, stage. Yeah, right, Mr. Layton. Okay, glad to see some of y'all still with us. We appreciate y'all. We getting ready to wrap things up though, so y'all can get to bed and get to work tomorrow on time. Kendrick, I'm talking about outlandish again. Kendrick Perkins said about Harden and Embiid, we could possibly be looking at the next version of Kobe and Shaq.
Where's TJ feel with this?
Yeah, that's what we was coming to first. TJ.
Oh, that's good. don't know. I don't know how I feel about that take though. I don't know if that's who I don't know if that's who I'm supposed to use, like Kobe and Shaq, bro. You know how dominant they was.
Yeah, I do, but I wasn't waiting. I want you to, fill us in.
I'm stuck with it, man. I know I wouldn't. That's not the comparison I make. I don't even know the comparison, but that's not what I make.
Okay,
that's not what I would make.
Okay, good.
I gotta find. I still gotta find out like what comparison that is, but it ain't that.
Okay, well, I'm glad you didn't be a conspirator. I'll give you a good one for that, brother Rich. I mean, what is Kendrick Perkins set on?
I'm gonna tell you, and he wants to know why we are like this when he brings up certain players. It's really in defense of Kobe, because memes like this and sentiments like this are so disrespectful of the legacy of Kobe Bryant, so disrespectful of what this young man achieved during his time here with us and playing this fantastic game of NBA basketball, that you would take a fat slovenly bum like and compare him to one of the fittest, most finest athletes we've ever witnessed in the history of the NBA. I think it's a height of insult, and it just shows why people like Kendrick Perkins, they fit the clown buffoon mode that is fit perfect for mass media consumption.
All right.
I think he was just talking. I think he was just talking in terms of talent and not
what talent. James Harden.
I don't think he was talking
in his small finger than James Harden got in his entire body.
I'll give a better example. How about Jameer Nelson, Dwight Howard?
Yeah, something like that. Compare them to those two.
That's not come on. That's disrespectful. Whoa. That's disrespectful to NBA.
Jameer Nelson was a great shooter. He was a great basketball player in terms of his size and his ability. And
he wasn't James Harden. He wasn't James Harden. I know y'all don't like James Harden as a basketball player.
Not y'all, me.
Hey, no, I'm not really no fan of him either. But let me tell you the difference between Kobe. Why James Harden shouldn't be mentioned in the same sentence as Kobe. Number one, I'll say this about Kendrick Perkins. They go on these programs and they laud Kobe, especially with his passing, coming back around or whatever it is. Then you turn around and say some like that. Right. You're talking out of both sides of your fucking face. That's how I know you're a compensated endorser. That's really what you are. Whoever you're going to go to the highest bidder. That's what you're going to sell your services to. And you're going to say whatever it is, whoever put the most money in your pocket, you're going to say, just like Alex Trebek, may he rest, the same thing for Colonial Penn. Oh, you gonna give me this much? Oh, yeah, I'll say that the Colonial Penn is the #1 insurance company in the world. And didn't mean to give a free plug there, but you get what I'm going. But let me tell you the difference between a Harden and a Kobe. I made a point of reading the referee's handbook. One of the rules I gleaned from it was that each referee has a designated slot where he is supposed to be on the floor. If the ball, for instance, is in place W, referees X, Y, and Z each have an area on the court assigned to them. Side note about the referees. I just found it interesting. We talked about the Super Bowl earlier, that the referees could see that holding down around the goal line or 5-yard line, whatever it is. They could see all of that right there, or all that find it, but they couldn't see wide open, just two players, a helmet, face mask being turned. But anyway, when they do that, it creates dead zones, areas on the floor where they can't see certain things. I learned where those zones were, and I took advantage of them. I would get away with holds, travels, and all sorts of minor violations simply because I took the time to understand the officials' limitations. That's why he had detail. This is why.
Facts.
When you talk about a student of the game, believe me when I tell you, look, what player, who's the marquee player that you're going to read something like that about?
Nobody.
The nuances, the attention to detail. Man, what you'll see is dudes with their shirt off, half naked, lifting weights. Man, nobody wants to see that garbage, man. Put your dang on clothes on, man. I almost said something. Every time you turn around, man.
Hey, hold on. Who you talking about half naked lifting weights?
I'm talking about anytime I have to turn the TV on, I'm just say, hey, pick a name.
Listen.
Pick one. Pick one. Nobody want to see you.
You ain't gotta throw shade at my boy to put your boy in the sun. All right.
Hey, I don't have to throw. I don't have to throw shade. I don't have to throw shade. You know what I'm saying?
I said.
Yeah,
Rich, he the sponsor for Clutch, but you.
The sponsor for Slim Shady, you are. Because you kneeled. Man, get out of here.
You the one.
Get out of here. That's the only thing shady.
You the one. It's funny.
Yeah, that's the only thing
shady. Hold on. Because it's funny how y'all bring up certain stuff, right? Like little quotes that the old players that say about LeBron and all this. Or
First of all, what I just read was from Kobe.
No,
ain't no old player. What you talking about?
I'm not even talking about that. I'm just
so you moving the goalpost.
No, let me look at you. I'm talking about what you do with LeBron.
Do that. First of all, I didn't mention no names.
First of all,
I didn't mention no names. But you talking about moving the goalposts. Could you at least let us know ahead of time so we can move with you?
Y'all trying to shut me out.
We all want to score a touchdown, OBJ. You know what I'm saying? We all want to score.
Hey, you see what I got right there? You probably don't see it. WJ, you see it?
Okay, I can make you the big,
Okay, so this
you got pictures of peppermints? You got pictures of peppermints?
Now you might notice a face up there because he got. Let me see.
Double
1, 2,
pan back. Would you please pan back?
4, 5, 6, 7. So he got 7.
Now you got to count them.
Listen, so he got 7 out of the top 15 all-time scoring playoff on the all-time single season playoff. Okay.
Once again.
But listen, y'all argue that all them other players is better scorers than him, but
I wouldn't argue that.
It don't seem like that.
But I can argue all them other players is better at the free throw line. It's interesting how when you're trying to make a case for somebody, you're real selective about the numbers that you mention, but the other numbers that you fail to mention are the ones that tell the story, like free throw line. Right. 4 and 6. Okay. Anyway, yeah. Stop leaving out the numbers. I told you this was a court.
Hold on, excuse me.
Stop leaving out the numbers.
When you say 4 and 6, you said what?
Did I say that?
Would you say that? No, I need you to say it. I need you to.
I don't know what I said.
Okay.
My mind be slipping sometimes.
Hey, going to 10 finals and getting 4 rings is not bad. That's not a bad resume. Have him tell it it's bad. It look real bad, don't it? Been a 4-time champion. 4-time MVP. It looked real bad, don't it?
Well, how about
and to lead both teams in every.
How about when you go 9 times? How about when you go 9 times and win 5? How about when you go 9 times and win 5?
I don't throw shade. Listen, I don't throw shade to other players to make my dude.
No, you say it's very good.
He already looked good.
It's very good.
You
said it's very good. I need you to say how great it is.
It's great. I'm sorry. It's great.
Okay.
Do you know he passed Kareem? Do you know he just passed Kareem? I know he lost the game, but he did just pass Kareem in all points.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Why y'all bring that? Hold on, but why y'all don't bring that up? Y'all bring up everything else.
I'm gonna tell you why, TJ. Because analytics are one of the worst things to ever happen.
That's not analytics. That's just points. No, that's just points.
Analytics.
So, hold on. What was Kareem's? They never said analytics with Kareem. They just said he the all-time scorer.
Because it wasn't a thing back then.
Okay, so analytics is just a made-up thing from 2000.
It is very much a made-up thing. It very much is a made-up thing. The way numbers do lie, depending on how you want to skew them, depending on how you want to look at them, depending on how you want to, what segment of the numbers you want to pull out.
That's how I'm gonna get them, Doc. This how I'm gonna get them, right? They said numbers do lie, but my boy was like the fastest to all these little 10,000 points, 20,000 points, 30,000 points.
What about number one? What about the fastest to the most turnovers? And the worst free throw percentage probably throughout his whole career.
No, you just made that up. I wouldn't say
Go look it up.
No, listen.
Go look it up.
You can't say he the fastest to the most turnovers, because how you know that? Where did that say that at?
He at the top.
No, he could be at the top, but you can't just say he was the fastest.
Well, I'm saying he the fastest because you just like he faster. Exactly. See what I'm saying? What you're saying don't make no sense. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Hey, y'all always throwing rocks at the sun, man. It's cool, but y'all never gonna hit it.
Hey, listen.
Y'all never gonna hit it. Y'all never gonna hit the sun.
A is the first letter in the alphabet. All right. And again, bartender, I'll have what TJ's having. Make mine a double.
Hey, he number one. Just know that. He at the top of the mountain now.
In turnovers, you're right. He number one. What say you, Doc? Kendrick Perkins, Embiid, Harden.
That's just funny, man. How you listen? No, Rich, brother Rich. Why that wasn't one of his little segments? Why that ain't LeBron passes Kareem? Why that ain't one of the segments? That's a big feat right there. Ain't nobody about to pass that in a while.
Because
well, wait a minute. It's the same reason that the Browns in victory week don't happen together either.
You said what?
Okay.
That anytime
Kobe
Cleveland
top 3
wins anything.
most missed shots in NBA history. Dirty Red. I don't know about that.
Wow.
Red. I'm gonna give you a brother.
Listen, man. R.I.P. Kobe, but that might be factual. Kobe took a lot of shots in his career. He played for over 20 seasons.
Listen. Okay, ain't nobody saying it.
And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, because I love to see Kobe shoot all my shots. You feel me? If he was on our team, I want him to shoot.
All right. Okay, well, you got to produce something. You know, you got to. What I just
read
to you
every
something
shot.
that anybody can go. We ain't saying that, but you got to produce something on here that we can at least, something concrete, something that we can refer back to. Okay, got you. Yeah, all right. But
I appreciate that because
I know you do.
Biased.
I know you do. I know you do.
Ain't
Yeah,
biased.
I know you, because you got selective retention, selective memory, selective apprehension, all the selective.
You got selective accolades though. You don't give it to LeBron. I see. And you from the land. Well, that's crazy.
What that got?
Here we go.
Hold it. Please.
You know who you like? I'm gonna start calling you Steve Harvey, man. You Steve Harvey.
Hey, please, Double J, don't laugh at that, because
most people don't even know you from Cleveland, man. It's cool.
Steve Harvey tells you from Cleveland. Every time Steve Harvey tells everybody he's from Cleveland.
No, I said most people don't know that. I ain't saying he don't say it, but I said most people don't know that.
Hey, listen, I'm not gonna lie. Just because I'm from here, don't lie. Just because I'm from here, something I don't get. I never understood that.
I said spread some love to your boy LeBron sometime, bro.
Okay, right, but he ain't from Cleveland.
LeBron is not from Cleveland.
No, he played for Cleveland.
But he
ain't from Cleveland.
But he played for our team. Our team is Cleveland.
Okay, but he ain't from here. You said from. Okay.
I said you are from Cleveland.
Oh, well, that's the word I was using. That's the word that stood out to me. From. If you ain't from here, then no, you ain't from here.
I know he rep our city a lot though. Y'all think not.
You ain't see that magazine article then. I think it was Vogue with him in the when he did the gorilla pose. This was some years ago. The Vogue magazine cover, I forget the lady he was on the cover with, but yeah, he had a lot of interesting things to say about here.
I don't think LeBron has ever repped Cleveland. LeBron never repped Cleveland. I've never been on.
I thought he made it kind of clear that the rivalry.
Exactly.
He did make it clear.
Akron. LeBron will tell you he's.
I'm talking about with the Cavaliers, man. I'm not talking about his city. I ain't saying he played Cleveland in his city.
Said he repped Cleveland, and we're telling you he never repped Cleveland.
My God.
Oh, okay, yeah, you got to.
Just the other day when he was selecting the players, right? And I'm gonna quote what I heard, because this is exactly what he said.
Okay.
They're talking about trading Darius Garland. He said, "No, you can't trade. You cannot trade. I cannot trade the hometown kid." And you talking about Cleveland?
Oh my God! Anybody with half a brain could see you don't trade Garland.
And
he ain't say nothing special. Yeah, he ain't say nothing special.
And now what?
You bought that line?
You can't trade. You can't trade Darius Garland.
Hey, Rich. Remember in the finals of 2016, we was down 3-1. And Clay said
Jordan had great timing. Dirty Red said Jordan had great timing. The league has evolved. I'm not so sure about that.
No, they got great timing today. They can get away with all that foolishness today.
When I say I'm not so sure about that, I'm talking about evolved. Evolved means to go from the simple to the complex. How difficult is it to go 9 for 99 from 3? Dudes not even they're not even cutting to the basket. Listen, that's why I like the move the Cavs did with LeVert. Go back and watch the few games LeVert done played with us so far. He's playing predominantly from the middle. He cuts from the outside into the middle, catch the ball in the middle, do a drop step, turn around. He playing in the middle. Most teams don't even utilize the middle like they should.
It pains me to say it. He's a Beeline Michigan product, and you can see that.
What do you mean Beeline? What are you talking about? That's what are you?
Oh, the coach. That's the coach.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, got you. I'm just saying, man. The game is all about 3-point shots. And that's what I say. And then you hear people talking about some, man, just keep shooting. Hey, bro, this contest is 48 minutes, man. We don't have that kind of time for you to keep missing till you make it.
That's the worst streak of his career right now. Because if he can't shoot threes, he can't score because he has no mid-range game.
Who's that, Brother Rich?
Steph Curry.
Oh.
Well, my goodness.
Steph Curry is in his worst slump right now.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I'm not making it up. This is a fact. He's in this worst slump he's been in.
No, that's the first truth.
And why is that? It's because when his 3-point shot is off, it affects every other aspect of his game because his game is so dependent on creating space with his 3-point ability.
That's not bad. That's not bad. That's not a bad thing.
That's not a bad thing. But if that's all you have,
that's not all he had though. That's not all he had.
That's why if you go check Steph Curry in every playoff, every final, everybody knows when he doesn't get off in the finals like that because everybody knows just play him for his 3-point line, play him for that shot, and it's going to throw off the rest of his game. That's a fact.
Okay, so listen.
Klay Thompson, which is a catch and shoot from anywhere. He's not like Kevin Durant who can create his own shot. Steph got handles and all, but he ain't Kyrie with his handles.
I agree. I always said that.
Okay, so let me ask you this question. Now, to me, Steph, I mean, I like him, and he's a self-made guy. He's a self-made guy to me because most players that we talk about in the today BA is what I'm calling it, this era of basketball, because that's exactly what it is. If they'd had the kind of tournament run that he had at Davidson, man, them dudes would have been number 1, number 2, number 3, no lower than top 5 picks. And the scouting report would not have said coming into the league about that said players as it did for Steph Curry. If you go look at the scouting report, all the talking heads, you would have thought Steph was going to be a bust. For real. I'm talking about from day one. And then, of course, I know he had the ankle problems and so on and so forth. But what he is now, based on what the scouting report says, so yeah, I mean, but at the end of the day, at this point in his career, why is turnover still a problem? He's too loose with the ball on offense at times. Too loosey-goosey with it. And he been at this too long. You done won a couple of titles, man. You should this ain't no knock against him. I love him. But it's not him per se, but it's a lot of other players. They fall in love. It's like if they can't, like Brother Rich said, they can't shoot that 3, man. Find something else to do. Find something else to do.
Hold on.
Listen.
All them little stiff players back in the day, that's all they could do was spot up.
Who you talking about, Dr. J?
I'm talking about
Dr. J.
Them 3-point specialists from back in the day, bro. Who couldn't do nothing but shoot threes, bro.
Sean
the ones who couldn't do nothing but shoot threes.
No, brother. Brother, he talking about the guy he didn't know. He talking about the guy he didn't know.
Listen, first of all,
Drazen Petrovic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's all he can do. That's all he can do.
He said Manu Ginobili was the GOAT. Then I said, man, that stuff he do, you ain't seen Drazen Petrovic. He said, I don't even know who that is.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to tell you. Hey, you better be glad.
What did he do that Steph can't do?
Ain't nobody saying he couldn't do what Steph can't do.
Why you bringing him up? I'm bringing Steph up compared to them stiff 3-point shooters. All they can
That's why I brought up Drazen Petrovic because he called him a stiff.
If they couldn't make them threes, they had to get back to the bench. That's all I'm saying.
How you know? Did you see it?
Well, hang on.
Yeah, I seen it.
Like Peja Stojakovic. Where are we going with that?
Mitch Richmond?
That ain't far back enough.
So how far back you want to go?
Go to the 80s. Go to the 80s. Them little stiflers.
Seriously? Alex English?
Dennis Johnson?
That's all they can do? Is that all they can do?
No, they could do other things.
But see, y'all still, in other words, but you still naming players. My point is he can do more than just shoot threes.
But when you're too reliant on it and it don't work out for Jeff Hornacek, yeah, Dirty Red, absolutely. Jeff Hornacek. When you're too reliant on the 3, and when the threes ain't falling for him, then they be discombobulated. That's what we're saying. What I'm saying to you also is them players that you keep calling stiffs, they were, for the most part, what you don't see now that you saw way more than 5'2" players.
Hang on a second.
You don't see a lot of 5'2" players right now. No. In other words, guy who's saying, "Oh, my jumper ain't on right now, so let me get to the cup, or let me cut to the middle, or let me flash the baseline." guys like, hey man, you know you won for 38 from the three. I know, but keep shooting. Good joke.
Didn't you make that claim like somebody like Reggie Miller?
Facts.
You said what?
What claim? What claim you saying, Double J?
All he can do is shoot.
No. You saying Reggie is the same as Steph. Keep shooting.
No,
what? They always gonna tell Reggie to keep shooting. I don't want to hear it, bro.
Hey, listen.
He shot no matter what, bro. Y'all ain't never said that. Y'all never said nothing about that,
bruh. Reggie Miller, he did everything.
Yeah,
he did everything.
But wouldn't
he had that cooker too? Though.
Doesn't he fit that model that you guys are suggesting right now? That if you interrupted the three, it discombobulated the rest. I don't know. We would have to take a deeper dive on that.
No. I'm telling you now. I'll stake my reputation on it. Reggie could do
John Starks.
Okay, well, John Starks ain't even in the same conversation as Reggie Miller at all. Right. John Starks was solid, but John Starks wasn't. Nobody wasn't scared of John Starks. Right. I seen Reggie Miller, with all due respect to the Mecca, I seen Reggie Miller take the Knicks down in that many seconds.
Time. Oh yeah.
Okay, so yeah.
All right, who he take down? Was it Patrick Ewing, man?
See how disrespectful he is. See how disrespectful he is.
Hey, yo, listen, man. Let me say, hold on, man. Let me say something. Hey, man, did he miss a layup or something like with the game on the line, or was it 2 free throws?
Oh, you talking about LeBron?
No. Hey, listen, my dude he never with the playoffs on the line. He never did that.
He missed free throws with the playoffs on the line. What you talking about? Oh man, please. He missed free throws.
What game? Against who?
Against JJ Barea. That's who. Yeah, man, stop. You talking about moving the goalpost?
Patrick Ewing, don't bring him up no more right now.
Okay, exactly. That's what we keep telling you. Don't bring him up no more.
He definitely ain't good.
Man, stop it, man. Reggie Miller had a drill. It comes on. It's been a minute. I think it was on Open Court or NBA TV. He said a lot of guys shoot threes to become a great 3-point shooter. He said, man, I taught myself to be a great shooter. And then the 3-point was already going to be there. So he had the 2 feet, 5 feet, 6 feet drill. He said, I'll start off at 2 feet, work my way to 4 feet, come back to 3 feet, then work my way to 7 feet, all the way around the court. That's how he became a great shooter.
True story. That's how I started. That was that. I modeled it after him.
That's not how they teach that. All right.
Whoa. That's not who. Go ahead and say it.
Go for it.
Go ahead and say it.
I'm good, man.
Yeah, that's what I know you are.
Y'all might have said he invented that motto or something. Like I heard that before.
No. I don't know who invented. And don't you
I know when I was in 2nd grade, my gym teacher had us doing that, bro. So I don't want to hear it.
Okay, so where he get it from?
Oh,
how you know he
didn't
get it from Reggie?
He ain't get it, man. He ain't get it from Reggie.
Dan Marley.
How you know? How you know?
Hold on. In 2nd grade, it was 92, bro. He didn't get it from Reggie Miller. He didn't get it from Reggie Miller, bro.
Okay, but Reggie.
No, that was 94. I'm tripping.
Yeah, and you sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Dirty Red. I'm sorry. I don't know who you talking about right there. Okay, I got you. Yeah, 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 that's that last.
Hey, who you talking about?
I have no idea, but I'm sure he'll probably way back in. He'll tell us who's sorry.
I hope he hurry up and say it before the show over with.
Yeah, well, the show about to end here in a minute. My goodness, we've been at it for long in the tooth. I mean, well, if he pop right back in, we still here.
I hope he talking about your jumper. I hope it's about you. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh man, please! I would have punished you. You can forget it. I would have punished you.
You would have been hacking. You would have been hacking. You would have been talking about, no, this old school.
Hey, listen, you would have tried to post me up to prove a point. He would have tried to post me up to prove a point, and I would have just pulled the chair from up under you. Yeah, and that and then all I was waiting for you to come in here with that Euro step, whatever that crap is. Yeah,
that's not my game. That's not my game, bro.
It don't have to be your game, but I know you would have tried it because you said Ginobili was the GOAT because of it. I know you would have tried it. Now to be like, yeah, and you'd have came right out the front of your shoe. Guaranteed.
No disrespect, but TJ don't even look like he can play basketball. Look like he just can talk about basketball and play it on.
He might be able to have a little.
Yeah,
skill.
TJ. Well, I haven't heard anything about his exploits, but I did know a couple of the guys at the job. They do be talking about they go up to Cleveland State, and shoot around every now and again. But I mean, he probably got the Gatorade container. You know what I'm saying? Making sure.
Yeah. Like he playing on a basketball court, he just run through you and just bully his way to the basket and just try to run.
Yeah.
And then call foul on his way.
Yeah.
No.
And
then he walk up the court and tell me check his stats.
Yeah, exactly. Check my stats. Exactly.
Check my stats.
Yeah, and then he missed 2 free throws to end the game. Oh, fellas, all right, that was a good one. Yes, sir. Super Bowl 56. Yeah, the Land of Stars, the All-Star game coming up next week. And again, on that note, it's been fun, but we got to run. We appreciate y'all for listening. Don't forget to check us out right here on the StreamYard Sundays at 9 p.m. or on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Golden Gram, wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts, as well as the shop's Facebook fan page. And if you would be so kind to subscribe to our YouTube channel, we give you a salute. And if that don't work, Google it. For my mans Be Rich, Double J, Doc, TJ, and all those out there who follow and support us, we say thank you. I'm Barbershop Jay, and you've been listening to the Shop Report. And remember, the next time y'all want to know what's really going on, man, come to the shop. Walk-ins are always welcome. Holla.